Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Simiran Choudhary, and I'm delighted to welcome you all on behalf of Voice of Healthcare to this special conversation on healing, on the healing touch, how counseling enhances treatment outcomes beyond medicine. Joining me today is Ms. Shagun, a seasoned counselor, healer, and a certified magnified healing practitioner who has helped countless individuals transform their lives through holistic approach to well-being. Ms. Shagun's journey into healing and counseling is nothing short of inspiring. She specializes in addressing deep rooted emotional and energetic blockages, particularly for women facing challenges like infertility, stress, and emotional trauma. Her unique blend of counseling and healing techniques has empowered individuals to reconnect with their inner selves and improve their physical and emotional well being. In today's session, we'll explore the profound connection between emotional health and physical recovery, how personalized counseling and healing can complement modern medical treatments, and the pivotal role of family and caregivers in this journey. Ms. Shagun will also share practical tools and insights on managing stress, fostering mindfulness, and embracing a holistic path to recovery. So, without any delay, let's dive right into the enriching discussion. Thank you so much, Ms. Shagun, for joining us today. It's a pleasure to
Thank
have
you.
you with us.
Thank you so much, Simran, for inviting me for this great topic. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So, me and my audience would like to know first about you. So, can you share a brief overview of your journey as a counselor and a healer and what inspired you to pursue this path?
See, as an inspiration, if I have to tell you, so I think my own inspiration, starts from myself only because I'm a very, religious and spiritual kind of a personality since my early age, early childhood. And so I come from a Sikh background and I anyway have this religious background at my home. So I have, the way you see the Gurdwara thing. So I have this Babaji Ka Prakash at my home. And so we were this, spiritual or religious touch anyway. And then this number therapy or numerology, this was my first, I think, inquisitive thing that I had in my, mind since childhood, that why everywhere I see the numbers, how this number works, why am I born on a certain number only, why this specific number or time and all those things. So wherever I go, I always see that, okay, this is the number. Okay, so his date of birth is this, and this is the person, and his date of birth is then, and his, this person is actually behaving in a certain manner. So this how I think my, inquisitive nature has guided me through all this thing, and in my studies and in everything wherever I, go. And then one day this magnified healing happened to me, and then this how I, learned magnified healing. And then I think that was my first you can say encounter with the spiritual thing. And the energy was completely different. And then I think I got the answer of all my questions, all my whys, that okay, why this number, why this, how, this person is born on a certain date, and why this person is behaving in differently from this number. So this house, so magnified healing is the first thing that appeared to me. And when I practice this, so I practice daily, and it's been like 12, 13 years that I've been practicing this magnified healing. And I have actually I could notice tremendous change in my personality, in my aggressive nature. So let me tell you this, that yes, I was a very aggressive child, and my childhood journey was not a very, I would say, peaceful, because of my you can say the environmental conditions were not that, supportive in that manner. So yes, I had a very not, I would say, traumatic, but yeah, kind of a painful childhood memory, you can see. So from there, I think this journey started, and then I did magnified healing. And what I noticed is that because of my painful childhood memory, I had a certain kind of personality, which obviously, which I'm not right now. But yeah, at my early childhood, it was. And because of that stress level and that, you can say, emotional behavior. I had many emotional blockages, and because of that I had this thyroid, and all, various kinds of physical health issues also was there. Indifferent behavioral patterns were there, mood swings were there, hormonal issues were there, and right from the, I think, age of 11 or 12, I could notice that thing, right? So when this magnified healing happened, I think all these things were just gone. I could stop taking my thyroid medicine. That was the first change I could notice after coming into this magnified healing. And then there were various kinds of counseling was going on for my behavioral pattern to set down. As an aggressive child, obviously it was very difficult for me to handle my own emotions, because I was a kind of introvert child. I was not able to speak well in the sense that I was not able to, maybe I never used to express my feelings, you know and now see the real me. Who am I, from inside? Whatever I used to feel, now I can express well. I can help people express their emotions. So this was a tremendous change. And this how I think then I did my past life therapy. I learned numerology. I learned various kinds of, occult science, things that occult science actually offers us. So now I'm pursuing PhD in occult science. Okay, and so this how my journey actually begins.
I think that's brilliant. There's some cause and then this curiosity which helped you to lead a way, which helped you to find
Yeah.
your way. So I think, and that is a way how you're helping others also in terms of
Yes.
expressing their emotions, relieving their past traumas, and focusing on their current health and conditions. Like you also
Yes.
mentioned few of the terms that how your past traumas affect your current health, and if it is not treated on time, it
Yes.
it is there in your body, and it is very
Yes.
important to treat them. So
Yes.
continuing on that, how would you define the role of counseling in today's modern health landscape, and what do you think, and why do you think it has become increasingly important for everyone to go through it so that they can address the real problem or the root cause of it?
Yeah. So, see, when you talk about counseling in a way which actually describes you the root cause of the problem. Likewise, I said that I had thyroid issues. I think at the age of 11 to 12, I think I was able to discover that I had this thyroid issue. And obviously, that was the time when I didn't know about all these things. And I think these things, were not in picture, well. And I think since 2012, the more we are learning about healing and all other stuff. Before that, there was no name of such healing or occult science or alternate healing, and all those practices were there, right? So definitely, so this thyroid issue, when I learned about this emotional behavior and healing and all other spiritual thing that I do now, so this helped me to know that, so term this thyroid issue, when I'm talking, this is particularly defining the physical body issue, right? This is there in our this thyroid gland, right here on our throat chakra. And when we talk about chakra, so throat chakra defines you, or maybe talks about that it gets blockage when you can't express your thoughts, you can't express your feeling, right? So when you talk about counseling, so see how counseling is interlinking the physical problem, so body, your the problem that you have in your physical body, and it is how it is correlating with the chakra system,
Hmm.
right? When you are getting into counseling, you need to counsel in a way that you can get into the root cause. So the root cause was I was not able to express my feelings well. I was, the way I mentioned earlier, that I was an introvert child, right? So because every emotion that used to come to me, whether it is anger or hatred or any kind of sadness, or so everything I used to keep inside. I used to think that why it is happening to me, why am I, so I used to go into the blame zone. So I was kind of a victimized, right? So that means I was not able to express well. So when it comes to counseling, it is very important to address the root cause of the thing. So I am not only treating the physical body, but also I am able to first have the awareness of the root cause, so that I can heal the root cause as well. So obviously, when I'm taking medicine to cure my physical body, which is the illness or disease that I have in my physical body, termed thyroid, but at the same time, with counseling, I'm getting the awareness about my emotional blockage as well, and through which maybe I'm getting to chakra healing, maybe I'm having the spiritual healing or some kind of a meditation practice by which I'm able to release the root cause as well. And now I'm able to speak better. So, this how maybe counseling can help you to correlate the things or maybe disease that you have in your physical body because of the root cause. So it can connect you with the root cause, because by only treating your physical body you cannot treat the root cause. Because see, we have heard this term, why I'm taking this as an example, because this is a very common problem. So thyroid or bp or sugar, so these things have come in such a common way that people says कि अच्छा thyroid अच्छा हाँ ये तो सबको होता है आजकल, बट क्यों होता
Hmm.
है, right? Before this 1980s, I don't think so कि 50% generation would have heard this term thyroid होता है या बीपी होता है, right? उस टाइम पे तो ऐसी कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं होती थी. So why this? So in 20s आप सोचो कि थायराइड और बीपी जैसी प्रॉब्लम्स, इट हैज बिकम सो कॉमन कि एवरी आई थिंक चाइल्ड वुड नो कि थायराइड है या बीपी है या शुगर है. इट्स अ वेरी कॉमन थिंग. सो ये कॉमन थिंग क्यों है? वी हैव टू रियली मेक इट अनकॉमन नाउ by the awareness, the right awareness.
I think you said everything right, and it does make me go back to my childhood. Okay, if anything was there which needs to be addressed, or for example, I take reference of my family members who have thyroid or BP and everything. What could be the reasons behind it, and that needs to be addressed
Yes.
now so that that can be relieved. Matlab,
Yes.
I know they are taking medicines, and there will be many other people who will be taking medicines since a very long time, but nothing is happening. It's just there to
Yeah.
control, not to,
Control.
uh, remove from their body.
Yeah.
So that
Let
is
me
the
tell
way
you.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so to add on this, any medicine that when you take for all these issues, which we call it hereditary issues, right? So nowadays it is
Right.
termed as hereditary issues, right? So you see, these medicines are actually suppressing the root cause of this problem, and it is nowhere creating maybe I would not say benefit, but yeah, definitely allopathic medicines can give you some kind of a relief from your current pain, but it can't help you to remove the problem from your root. So it is very important to include counseling, the right awareness, and spiritual practices or meditation, so that your cells, which are every day generating, it can generate in a new way. Because every day old cells are dying, like every minute new cells are coming. So that new cells have to be directed in a way that it should remove or it should release behind somewhere the past patterns or the unconscious pattern which is actually going on and working in our body, and then we generate the new cells. So this is how the cure thing can happen.
So, on the similar line, I believe this is more or less the same question. But if I have to ask, why is addressing the emotional well-being is crucial as focusing on the physical treatments in healthcare also?
Crucial, I think, because of non awareness, and also because we like to live the life of an ignorance. This I would like to
Hmm.
add. Why? Because see, I think this concept, what doctor also tells us that early to bed and early to rise, right, makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. So this particular poem, I think we all must have learned in our childhood. But do we really follow this in this coming world? When you see in this fast moving world, have you seen anyone rising early except our school children, just because they have to go to school and they have to catch the bus? So maybe if 7 or 7:30 the bus is coming, they will get up at 7. And then when this coming into practice, when they grow up at their elderly age, like maybe 11 or 12 or 13, when the study increases, so you see all the children who are into their board exams, they actually end up having their studies late at the night, maybe maybe 12:30 they start their studies, and then they finish it off by 4:30, and they feel ki अरे यार अब तो 4:30 होगी, now I have to sleep because I have to go in the morning and give my exam. When will I sleep? So there is no time to sleep. So body couldn't get the time to regenerate the new cells. तो आपने जो भी
Hmm.
पढ़ा, how will it memorize even, right? तो वो तो सब ऊपर ऊपर ही है. because your cells couldn't get the time to regenerate itself, right? And then you are not having the proper sleep, you're not having proper food, so definitely you are compromising not on the biological cycle that your body has, you're compromising on the sleep, which is very important for everyone, whether it is a baby, like from infant to older people, whoever you see, right? So sleep is the basic need more than even food. And then the nutritious food values. So where is the nutritious food? You see, everyone is having the fast food, everyone is living on fast food. So you see how many things that we have changed, just not because I don't think so it is unconscious, it is happening very consciously, right? Just because of at the cost of pleasure, like just to have the sake of pleasure, we are actually compromising our nutritious food, we are compromising on our sleep, we are compromising on a biological cycle and everything. So main reason is this. And then we want to live our life like this, we want to enjoy our night parties, we want to go the night movies, and we don't want to respect or I would say appreciate the sunrise, the the you would say whenever the sunrise happens, if you see that sunrise for maybe once in a while, and you will say ki are kya sundar nazara hai. So you are actually missing that sun timing, that sunrise, sunshine in the morning hours, right? So when you miss that golden things that nature has given you, and you want to live in the artificial night, artificial light, which you have created, which is man made, then obviously you will attract all these things. So that is why your emotions, your emotional value is actually I think it is becoming crucial for everyone to handle, because we are actually you can say making ourselves u-turn from light to the darkness, wherein we human being have the power to create or maybe change the darkness into the light. But we are consciously changing our pattern, we have taken the u-turn, like from light to the darkness. So how you can think that yes, we can handle our emotions, and this is not only the pattern that we have, which is affecting our emotional value, but it is also affecting our physical well-being, it is also affecting our thought process. So everything has taken u-turn, I would say, just by practicing all these small things, just to maintain our pleasure, worldly pleasure, you can say.
I think that's how we all. I think the same way doctors also try to explain to follow the a good habit, a good lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle, which includes sleeping on time, eating healthy, waking up on time, doing daily exercises, and everything. So I think there's this, what you said is a pattern which we are listening from our childhood, whether our
Hmm.
parents are teachers, and then we become adults, then we try to follow our control our own life according to our requirements and everything. But at the end, eventually it affects a lot. It breaks down the cycle, which
Yes.
hampers the health also. So this, on the same thing, so you worked with various healing techniques also. How
Hmm.
do they help to reduce the anxiety and foster trust in the treatment process? Because I believe you deal with patients, you try to calm them emotionally, you try to counsel them, whether
Hmm.
whatever the treatment processes they are going, whether it is for cancer, fertility, or you name it. So how
Hmm.
does this healing techniques help to reduce the anxiety?
So before I answer your question in my way, I would like to address one thing. So we all know about Manisha Koirala and Yuvraj Singh. How so you can name a few, right? So who have actually dealt with cancer and how they have made a journey to life again, right? By changing their lifestyle, right? So if you read their books and if you read their journals, so you would come to know that how they have followed the routine. First thing is routine, and how nutritious food has helped them to have a healthy lifestyle again. And they then this early to bed and early to rise wala formula they have adapted. And this, I think this is the first thing that they have done. And obviously then the medicines and chemotherapy and all other therapies, whatever you name, to have a well-being of the physical body, that has helped them. But unless and until they have adapted the spiritual practices, or by coming into the normal biological cycle, it wouldn't have been possible. Why? Simply
Mm.
because what happens is, in my journey also, if I say like magnified healing, which I do. So with magnified healing, what we do is we do the chakra balancing, we do the chakra cleansing. It works on your first the chakras. So chakra system, when you open up the chakra system, when you release all the emotional blockages through chakra balancing and healing, it helps you to cleanse your chakras. So first it will remove all the toxins from your chakras, the blockages from your chakras, and then it will balance. It will bring the balance, and then it will help you to become a hollow cycle that we talk in our spiritual term. So you become the hollow cycle in order that you're giving the allowance to energy to pass through. Now which energy? It actually the supreme consciousness energy which passes through your chakra system, so that it can spread away in your body. So from this is
Mm.
the chakra system, and when the light comes through our crown chakra, and then it simply follows through all the chakras. So we have this crown, then third eye, then throat chakra, and here we have the thymus also, and then the heart chakra, and then this how the solar plexus, navel chakra, and then the root chakra, right? And from root chakra to the earth star that we talk. So it actually, the light actually passes on from the divine to the earth star, so we become stable. So it stabilizes our energy, right? It stabilizes our memory system. It activates our DNA system, because right now the human being are operating from only 4 to 5 strands of DNA, wherein when we are born or sent onto earth, we had carried 12 strands of DNA, which is very important for a human being or for any energy to live a happy life, right? So, happiness or peacefulness you can only feel when you have all these things alive. Wherein, because of our karmic cycle, because of our thought process, because of our all this unconscious pattern that we are following and we have created around us, we have kind of a, you can say, blocked all our DNA strands, right? So we have actually shredded away all those strands of DNA. So now we need to recreate. So magnified healing gives you the wings to become the co-creator, co-creator with the God most high of the universe that we call, right? So first is this chakra system cleansing of your chakra system, balancing, and then healing. So once your chakras are aligned, definitely your DNA system is getting regenerated, and your cells are also regenerating, right? So definitely the chemical imbalance or the blockages or the cells which get blocks, it opens up. Now they have the power to recreate. So when you have the power to recreate, definitely you are releasing not only the blockages on which are there in your chakras, the blockages which you have in your emotional body as well, because we believe that we have 5 other bodies which are working. So physical body, it is definitely visible, and all other bodies are not visible, but all those bodies are actually holding your physical body, right? So there is spiritual body, there is emotional body, there is elemental body, so everything is working, right? So when we take care of ourselves spiritually as well, emotionally as well, ethically as well, elementally as well, and then the physical body. So when we talk about elements, it is the 5 elements that I'm talking about, right? So 5 elements describes like water, fire, earth. You must have heard all these terms, right?
Yes, yes.
So these 5 elements, when so we are nothing but the collection of these 5 elements, only collection of the memories, right? So all these things, when we balance, we become healthy. And then we have the karma releasing pattern through magnified healing. So it is actually coming from the ninth dimension. Right now we are
Okay.
living in to fourth dimension, right? So fourth dimension is where the time, our body is time bounded, right? We are aging, right? And
Correct.
when we talk about fifth dimension, we are operating ourselves from a heart chakra, which is the love. When we feel love for everyone, whether it is any kind of animal, whether it is any kind of energy or anything. And so definitely we have love for everyone. So there is no relationship exists, there is no a particular person exists कि नहीं ये मेरा भाई है तो मैं इसी से प्यार करूंगा, and बाकी सब तो मेरे दुश्मन है. No, right? So in fifth dimension we think like this. Then comes to sixth, seventh, and eighth. So this is how we are becoming co-creators. So basically we are empowering ourselves with the God's energy, right? And there are other terms as well when we have sacred name, geometry, geometric grid, and all those things. So this is a very high term, and which describes itself. We have a particular spiritual book to give you to for study and to understand that how spiritual practices work, and then we create the power through our hands. So this is how this whole system works, and we get a complete package through magnified healing, because one, it is coming from higher dimension, then we are becoming the co-creator of the god most high of the universe, then we are healing our chakra system, we are cleansing all our karmic ties and karmas that we are carrying, because of which we are maybe caught up in this world of time and emotions and all other stuff, right? So when we release, we become free. So we simply need to free ourselves from this emotional drama, basically. So this is how it helps to cure our physical body as well. Hello, Simran, are you there? I think you're stuck. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there was some internet issues, but now we are back.
Yeah, no worries, tell me.
So, my next question was to you. We got a bit of idea and how these chakras and the elements which are there, it works. But if I have
Yeah.
to ask from this medical perspective, from the caregiver side, so do you have any practical tips for caregivers to better support patients emotionally and mentally during the treatment? Because at that crucial time, maybe they're not able to, get all those help, the kind of counseling, the kind of healing, and all those kind of techniques which is there to, get
Hmm.
them through the process. But how
Hmm.
can this caregiver support patients emotionally and mentally during that period of time? Any advice, any tips for them?
See, first of all, what happens when you practice all these therapies? So, see, what happens is one thing comes for a patient, So, suppose you are a patient and I'm a, caregiver to you. So, if I have learned this magnified healing, I can, give you healing at that point of time when you are going through all the, therapies and, sessions. Suppose you're going through this, medical treatment. So, I can give you healing distantly, or if I'm, near you, around you, and I can give you this healing so that you can stabilize yourself, and this medical treatment will also work better in through your chakras. So because if you have heard this term, doctor also says this ki medicine is not responding in your body, or maybe patient is
Hmm.
not responding to the medicines. Why? Because of so much of blockages. They always say ki kaise clean kare. So chemotherapy is actually, if I have to talk about cancer patients only, so chemotherapy, what it does, first it cleanses your old blood, the जो भी आपका blockage हो जाती है and whatever the treatment goes through, and then they are kind of putting the new blood, the new, all new system, but then it actually kills the new healthy cells as well, है ना? There are chances that it kills the new healthy cells as well, along with the old cells which are blocked and which are dead, right? So when you heal them, at that particular time, if caregiver have learned this process, so they will remove that blocked cells, that blocked chakras and everything, so that that medicine can also work better in your body, right? One way is this, and second way is, suppose you're not a patient, but yes, you know that you have some sort of problem in your body, some sort of discomfort in your body, right? So it is for everyone to start this, because it is not only that we don't actually wait for any mishappenings to happen with us to protect ourselves. We anyway walk, when we go out, we go out with certain kind of protection, that ki kuch hame ho na jaye, right or wrong, right? So this way, if we have learned this process, if we are into this kind of a practice, I can assure you at least 90% my patients have said, that not patients, but yeah, the clients, they will say ki Shagun pata nahi kaise, but we have kind of stopped something which we used to feel ki aisa kuch hone wala tha,
Hmm.
so you will not land only this kind of a medical treatment or this kind of a problem where such heavy medication would be required to give it. So that is how also it works. So one thing definitely for a caregiver to learn and heal them, that is very important. But second way could be, if you can simply start learning this will not only help you to cure your other physical problem, but also it will help you to prepare yourself for ascension, because ultimately we have to return to home, which is that light,
Correct.
right? That's how it
Right.
is.
So while you were when I asked this question, I had many other questions in my mind, but you kind of answered them all. Uh, like you just don't have to think that way, and then you won't land up in that situation. That it
Yes.
how helps your thought process. It works in a direction. But
Yeah.
thank you so much for that. One question more. I believe there are many other tools and practices and techniques like mindfulness or relaxation techniques. So,
Yeah.
and we all know the process and the treatment of cancer is very difficult to go through that journey. And
Yes.
you come back. You gave us example of your Vraj Singh and everyone. So, what do you recommend to patients to help manage the stress and promote the healing process, and how they can control all those things in their mind, and what should they practice during that journey?
Okay, so suppose if they have been diagnosed with this thing and they know that they are in some stage. Okay, so for a patient who is in first stage of cancer, obviously, if they can start with spiritually disciplined life, which I am, teaching currently to corporates and to everyone, so that right from the beginning, if we start having the spiritually disciplined life, which will help you to come in cycle first, which will help you to keep a stable life, where you don't have to deal with aggression, where you don't have to deal with emotional trauma, and you won't be caught in the emotional drama, because mainly cancer happens because of the main emotional blockage, which is hatred. When you have a lot of resentment, a lot of hatred for someone, and you don't know why this hatred comes in, or so you may be completely unaware of this thing, this feeling, that okay, you could also hold this kind of a feeling, and maybe आपके known circle में कोई नहीं है जिसके साथ you feel this resentment and hatred, but it is deep down, it is somewhere there, and you never know, कभी अगर वो relationship सामने आया and you will feel कि no यार, I simply don't like to talk to this person, because this particular thing is lying very much in your chakras and your heart center, right? So when you
Correct.
practice this spiritually disciplined life, this will help you to release all those emotions, and then you can learn this magnified healing, or you can start with sacred mantras, mantra practice you can do, or you can do a weekly meditation program that I conduct, or maybe if I teach you once and you can simply start doing that. So this will help you to regenerate the healthy cells, and also it will help you to keep calm all the time. You will be able to behave in a manner where you can now reply humbly, wherein earlier maybe you were replying aggressively, or maybe you were holding some kind of a anger, and you don't know how and when you just throw that anger to someone, even for a very small thing. You
Correct.
unconsciously you do, but yes, you do. So spiritually disciplined life, which are the very small practices, it just helps you to maintain the daily balance, daily routine life. And then there are other spiritual things that I make aware of, and I tell you to practice and apply, and these are very very small things, कि ये खाना है, वो खाना है, ऐसे पहनना है, ऐसे जाना है, all these things, right? So you kind of, you're living your life in awareness, mindfully you're taking all the decisions, mindfully you are practicing all the daily chores that you handle, this way. And then you chant the sacred mantras, and and if you can learn, you if you're feeling well with that, and if you can learn magnified healing and practice every day, this is just a 15 to 20 minutes of practice initially, and then it just takes 5 to 10 minutes depending on your learning way, or the learning speed, I would say. So you can simply practice for 5 to 10 minutes, and then you can, like, you're done for the day. So this how also you can evolve and rectify your things.
I think that's perfect. You have given us a complete guide for the journey for the people who are going through, and even if not those who are going through, but just not to land up in that situation. all those
Yes.
things which actually help and we should follow. This teaching has been given to us since childhood, since matlab, our parents, our elders and everything, but I think we all have forgotten, and that it's
Yeah.
the right time to grasp our roots again and to follow the actual living being which used to be followed earlier. So that's the correct way of living, I believe. And like you also mentioned, in earlier this thyroid, BP and cancer like terms were not so common, but now it has become common. The reason and everything is we all know. But
Yeah.
thank you so much, Shagun, for guiding us through the healing process, through the counseling process, and how it helps emotionally towards a person, that it does not land up in a medical-like situation, and through all those to all those people who are going through this journey. How can they can support themselves? How can they can be strong in this and come out of this journey? So thank you so much for guiding us. It means a lot. It's a pleasure to have you with us. And I think our audience definitely like this. So many of comments and everything is coming up. I can see that. But thanks a lot, sir. And we are looking forward to more such insightful sessions with you.
Sure. Pleasure all mine. Thank you so much for inviting Simran. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.